I wanted to put together just a short video to tell you the main reason why I believe the earth is flat, and it is flat. There are literally, I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of reasons why I believe that the earth is flat, that it's not a globe. But the number one for me is water. Water is always flat. Water always finds its level. All the oceans and the streams and the creeks run down into the basins, which is what we call oceans. Water always takes the shape of its container. So water is really what does it for me. Now, this is according to NASA. So this is NASA's official website talking about the earth. You'll see down here it says that the diameter of the earth at the equator is 12,756 kilometers. So if we convert kilometers to miles, that's 7,926 miles. Now, here is a scale model of the earth. According to NASA, as you just saw, the diameter of the earth is 7,926 miles. So at the equator from one side to the other, 7,926 miles. Now, according to the History Channel, the longest river in the world is the Nile River, which is actually almost 5,000 miles in total length. But as the crow flies, you can see it here, that the total length is about 2,400 miles from the source to the outlet. As we just saw, the length of the Nile River, and this is as the crow flies, from the source point to the ocean that it empties out into, is 2,400 miles, about 30% of the Earth's diameter. So if we take NASA's word for it that it's 8 inches per mile squared, this is what the math looks like. 2,400 miles times 2,400 miles times 8 inches. That gets us the total amount in inches. We divide by 12 to get the total amount in feet. Then we divide by 5,280 to get the total amount in miles. And there should be 727 miles of total curvature. We divide that by 2, and that means there would be 363 miles to the midpoint or the peak. The Nile River would have to ascend 363 miles, or a total of over 720 miles from the beginning to the end. It would look like this. If you see this here, this would be the source point. It would have to curve up 363 miles to the midpoint, and then it would have to curve down 363 miles to the end point. That's impossible. Totally impossible. Just to put that in perspective, that would be the equivalent of 1,950 Eiffel Towers. You know what? I don't even have, these are all representing the Eiffel Tower. I don't even have enough on the screen. I think I'm short a few. I got tired of cutting and pasting. So it's very interesting, but water is always flat. Water always finds its level. And gravity is still a theory. The full name for gravity is the universal theory of gravity. It's an invisible, supernatural, all-powerful force that does not care if we're moral. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, I think we've been lied to. The earth is flat, water is flat, and it would be impossible to live on a spinning globe.